Hey y'all. Okay, we are fixing to take this grilled chicken and we're going to turn it into Taco Tuesday. Okay, I thought what's better than, look at this hair, y'all. I'll tell you what, I've been hiking today, I've been outside working in the yard. It has been a beautiful day here and I have just made the best of it. I sprayed my Jeep off. I need to clean out the inside, but I'll put that off to another day. But let me show y'all what we're going to do here. All right, so I have a skillet here. And I put just a smidge of butter in here, maybe just like a teaspoon, not very much. We're just gonna make like a little sauce to toss our chicken in to kind of give it that taco flavor. I'm using the chicken taco seasoning pack. You can use regular taco too, either one would do. You could even use the fajita seasoning mix. I really enjoy it too. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get this melting. I'll go ahead and throw this in. So what I have here is just a couple of ounces of cream cheese, and then I had just this much Velveeta, y'all, left in the fridge in my box. So I'm going to use that. You certainly do not have to. You don't have to use any of this. You could just toss this chicken in there with a little bit of water and your seasoning mix if that's what you want to do. I just had this stuff on hand, needed to use it, so that's what I'm doing. Just toss that in there, okay? All right. Now, I know a lot of you may not like Velveeta, and that is fine. You can totally leave that out if you don't like it. I personally myself like it. But we're just going to melt this down, and we're going to make just kind of a little sauce, and then we're going to sprinkle in some of that chicken taco, toss our chicken in, and we're going to do two different things tonight, y'all. I am making some oven-baked chicken tacos. I'm fixing to go ahead and throw these in the oven and let them cook just a little bit. And then we're also going to do some chicken quesadillas, okay? So two different things with our leftover chicken. All right, I have my oven on 325, just like it says on the box. And I may have to put a little milk or water in here to melt this down, y'all. I think I'm going to. Let's see. Bella's got a little bone in here, and every time I move, I kick it around. All right, I'm going to put just a smidge of milk to help that melt down. Now, you could do, like I said, water. You could do heavy cream. You can do anything you want. That's just what I decided to do. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm just going to let this melt down for a second, and I'll come back. We're going to toss our chicken in and our seasoning, and then I have this skillet over here getting hot to make our quesadillas, and I'm going to let those shells cook a second. Okay, y'all, this is almost melted down. We still have a little bit of the Velveeta that hasn't melted all the way, but that will be just fine. Now what I'm going to do is take some of my chicken taco seasoning and just sprinkle some of that in. Let's see. We don't need too awful much. I'm going to put a little bit in, and then I'm going to taste it, and we're going to go from there. Smells good. And like I said, you don't even have to use these two ingredients, the cream cheese or the Velveeta. You could just put that in there, put a little bit of water in, sprinkle your seasoning in, and go that route if you want to. That's probably what I would have done had I not just had this stuff sitting in the fridge, okay? All right, I'm going to get me a little bit of a spoon and taste it. See where we're at. That's good. I'm going to put a little bit more taco seasoning in, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and toss in our chicken. And we're going to use this chicken for our quesadillas and our tacos. So we're just going to toss that around. Let me put some more of the seasoning on there. A little more of our chicken taco. I'm going to do a little bit of water to thin it out. Let's see. Just a tad. Just so we can get enough liquid in here to let that chicken get good and hot. Mix all those good flavors together. And y'all, this was the 4 chicken breasts that I had left that I grilled yesterday. And you can see it's a lot. This will make a lot of tacos, quesadillas. You could do enchiladas, You could use it to make a soup, a taco soup, a chicken, what is that? Chicken tortilla soup. Yeah, I couldn't think of it. I mean, so many different things, y'all, that you can do with leftover chicken. That's why I always like to cook extra. You know, I've told y'all. I just buy the big pack, and then the next day you can make something else, and a lot of your work is already done. You don't have to worry about firing the grill up. You don't have to worry about cooking your meat because it's already ready. So what I'm going to do, y'all, now, I'm just going to let this sit here. Let that chicken get good and hot, and then we're just going to put together some quesadillas and some tacos, and that's going to be it. Dinner's going to be done. Okay, y'all, we're going to start making our quesadillas. All right, so what I did here in my skillet, I sprayed it real good, and then I put just a smidge of butter in it, as you can see, and just smeared that around, just something to coat it really good. And now I have some fajita size tortillas. You can use any size that you want. Okay, so I'm going to put that down, and then on each side you want to do a little bit of cheese so that it will kind of melt and stick together, or that's what I typically do. Leave you a little bit of room here around the edge. Just put a little bit on each side since we're putting it on both sides. You don't want it to be too cheesy, if there is such a thing. And this is just a Monterey Jack, a little bit of mild cheddar, and a little bit of mozzarella. Okay, so now I'm going to take our chicken. It's getting good and bubbly over here, so now I'm going to turn that down. And you don't want to get too much of that liquid, just a little bit, and then we're going to place some of our chicken right there, because we're going to fold these over. Okay, now you can do just the whole thing and put another one on top, but I decided tonight I'm going to fold them over. All right, there we go. That's quite a bit. Okay. And I'm just going to make however much this makes, y'all. Then we're going to do a little bit more cheese on top. Not much, just enough to melt the sides together. Then we're going to let that cook. And we're going to wait a second, and then I'm going to fold this over, and then we're going to flip it. Okay? In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get our tacos back here filled up. Let me show you back here. So we're going to do the same thing. Take some of our taco meat, or yeah, our chicken taco meat. Well, I said I was. Now, y'all, I cooked these tacos on 325, or the shells. I cooked them on 325 for about 7-8 minutes, just because I like for them to get good and crispy. And if you don't cook them long enough, they're not going to be good and crispy, okay? So I'm just filling these up now with this, and then we're going to put these back in the oven after we get our chicken and our cheese in here. Okay? Just fill them up. Trying not to break them. Alright, let's see. I'm going to do a little bit more in this one. Now, if you could do this with shredded chicken, obviously would be great. Any kind of chicken you want to do that's left over, especially these are great for that. Okay, so we have those filled up. I'm just going to do 4 for now. I think that's about what I have enough for, and then do a couple of quesadillas. Let's look at the other side of this. I might need to crank this up. I'm going to go ahead and fold this over. Let that cook. Let's see. Get this over here in the center of the skillet. That way we can kind of mash it down a little bit. Once that other side gets a little bit of color on it, then we're going to flip it. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and put some of this cheese on our tacos back here. Just fill them up. Not all the way, but you know what I mean. And y'all, I have these sitting on a little, it's like a metal taco holder. They are the best because you can put them in the oven. I know you can get the little plastic ones, but these are great because for this reason. I think I got these off of Amazon. I've had them for so long, I really don't remember, but I believe that's where I got them. Okay, so now we have those loaded up. Let's see if my pan's still hot. It's okay. Okay, y'all see there's our tacos. I'm gonna pop these back in the oven. I'm gonna turn it down to about 300. Really all we need to do is just kind of melt that cheese real good and and get it all good and crispy. Okay, let's see what's going on with our quesadilla here. It's not getting brown yet. I'm gonna have to turn it up. I didn't want to get it too high while I was occupied with something else. So let me let this sit here and hang out for a minute, y'all, and I'll come back and we're gonna get all this put together. Okay, y'all, see this? Our first quesadilla is done. It got a little bit crispy on this side. I'll show you the other side. It looks just as good. So we're gonna toss this over here on a plate. You don't want to cut them first thing because you want them to rest for a minute so you don't lose all your stuff. I'm gonna make another one. I'm just gonna spray the skillet just a little bit and put in just a smidge of butter, not much, just a tiny. This is whipped butter that I have in this little bowl here, and it melts down to nothing. So this is not very much at all. You can see there. We have our tacos in the oven. The skillet's got kind of hot now, so I'm going to cut it down. And this is just it. This is the way you do it. I'm going to finish up. I'm going to do another quesadilla or two. I'm going to keep a check on these tacos, and dinner will be done. I'll come right back. Okay, y'all, you see I have everything done here. I have all of our quesadillas. I made 3 different ones with that amount of chicken. You can see, and then I cut them all into 4s. So let's see. So I have 12 pieces of quesadilla here. And then I have my 4 tacos. You can see here how they look. That cheese is melted good. Now it's time to load them up. And you can put whatever you want on it. Let me see. Let me get my plate out, and I'm going to show y'all how I like to have this. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to put my little taco in here. My other little metal piece, if I can get it out. Let's see. Let me back this up. I'm going to show you how I like to do it. Okay, you can see here. Alright, so I have a little bit of lettuce here. I have this left from where we made our salad. I'm going to do a little bit of that. I'm going to do some sour cream. You can put what, it's just like any kind of taco. Put whatever you want on it. Okay. I'm going to do just a little bit more cheese, even though we have the melted cheese. Just a smidge. And then I am going to do, of course, some pico. That's spoon now. I'm kind of all over the place today, y'all. Now, y'all, I tell you what, in that that little sauce mixture where I made for toss the chicken in, a big spoonful of salsa or pico would be really good in that. I didn't do that because Braden doesn't like tomatoes and stuff. So, but if your family does, that would be a great addition into just your sauce mixture, okay? Now I have just a little bit of sauce here, or salsa. I know I love that. Okay, so there's that. I'm just going to take this thing out since I've only got this one. Let's see. I'm going to lay my fork in there, and I think that will help hold it up. That's what I usually do, yeah. Okay, and then so for my quesadilla, I like to make me like a little thing here like they do at the Mexican restaurant. I'm just going to do some lettuce, some pico, a little bit of cheese, and then some sour cream to dip it in. And I'll kind of mix this up like a little salad. And it's so good. Okay, there's that. And then I'm just going to get out a couple of these quesadillas here. Lay them right here. And there is my dinner tonight, y'all. Taco Tuesday with leftover chicken. So quick, so easy. 2 different things, if you can see it. And that's it. I'm going to try this taco for y'all real quick. Get ready. I'm going to probably make a mess. So good. I'm going to try this quesadilla. That sauce is so good with it. That is great. Braden is going to love this. He just got home a little bit ago. He's getting in the shower, everything. So I'll be cooking earlier if he's here because you know how it is when you're working. You get home from work and you're starving to death. I'm typically a late eater. But he has to leave for work at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I understand that he's hungry and ready to eat and ready to get in the bed. But anyway, y'all try this. It's so easy. It's so quick. And like I said, there's so many things you can do with your leftover chicken. So the next time you grill chicken, make extra, and that way dinner is so easy for you the next day. Or even you can wait until the day after. It will keep in the fridge for that long. But anyway, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.